There is a force more powerful than talent, louder than ambition, and sharper than intelligence. It carves destinies into stone, raises ordinary people into legends, and separates noise from meaning in a world addicted to distraction. That force is focus. Not the fleeting attention you give a glowing screen, not the shallow concentration that fractures with every ping and buzz. I'm talking about relentless focus, the kind that consumes you, that reshapes your life by refusing to split your power in 100 directions. The kind that Earl Nightingale called the master key to personal greatness. You see, success does not come from doing many things. It comes from doing one thing with such clarity, such depth, and such obsession that the world cannot help but respond. The average person spends their life like a flickering candle in a windstorm, pulled, shaken, and extinguished by every gust of noise that passes. They confuse motion with progress, busyness with purpose. But those who rise, they learn to protect the flame. They focus it. They direct it like a laser. Laser beams can cut through steel, so can a focused mind. The people you admire, the innovators, the icons, the self-made giants, they were not born with superpowers. They were forged through thousands of hours of deliberate focus. Think of Thomas Edison. 10,000 failed experiments, yet he never scattered. He stayed with one idea to give the world light. While others mocked, doubted, and moved on, he remained. And the world changed because of it. Focus is not just a tool, it is a weapon. And in the hands of a disciplined mind, it becomes unstoppable. But here's the truth. They don't tell you focus is painful. It requires sacrifice. It demands the death of comfort. To say yes to your vision, you must say no to everything that doesn't serve it. You must reject the need for constant stimulation. You must abandon the myth of multitasking. You must ignore the world's noise and dare to listen only to the voice inside you that says, "This matters." The world is not short on talent. It is short on attention. And what you give your attention to, that is what you become. So the question is simple. What are you becoming? Are you becoming stronger, sharper, clearer in who you are and what you want? Or are you becoming more distracted, more reactive, more scattered than ever? Earl Nightingale once said, "We become what we think about." But he also knew what we think about is directly shaped by what we focus on, not occasionally, but relentlessly, without compromise, without apology. Focus is a form of self-respect. When you commit to one goal, one path, one mission, you are declaring to the universe, "I am not here to be average, I am here to matter." And yet most people treat their focus like loose change. They give it to whatever is easiest, whatever shouts the loudest, whatever numbs the discomfort of discipline. But comfort is a trap. It feels good now, but it costs you everything later. Because when you scatter your focus, you scatter your power. You say you want success, then earn it with focus. You say you want clarity, then silence the noise. You say you want purpose, then prove it with attention, with discipline, with a relentless refusal to be ordinary. We live in a world where everyone wants quick results, but relentless focus plays a longer game. It knows that mastery is not a moment. It's 1,000 moments stacked with intention. Every choice to stay, to repeat, to refine, that is focus in action. That is how greatness is built. Michelangelo once said the sculpture already exists within the block of marble. His job was only to chip away everything that wasn't David. That's what focus does. It chips away distraction. It removes the unnecessary. It reveals who you really are. You want to create a legacy? Then stop scattering yourself like broken glass. Forge your mind like a sword. Point it towards something bigger than you, something worth building, something that demands your full attention, your best hours, your deepest energy. Because focus is not just about productivity, it's about identity. The person who can control their focus, that person can control their future. They don't chase opportunity. They become the opportunity. And here's the paradox. When you stop chasing everything, everything starts chasing you. But you must be willing to slow down in a speeding world, to disconnect from the trivial so you can reconnect to the essential. to do fewer things better, deeper, truer. Look around you. The world is filled with talented people who never finished what they started. Why? Because they lacked focus. They let doubt enter the room. They let other people's opinions rewrite their script. They had potential, but no anchor. Relentless focus is the anchor. It holds you steady through storms. It reminds you who you are when the world tries to make you forget. It keeps you building when others stop, practicing when others coast, believing when others quit. You will be tempted to give up. That's the test. You will be pulled in 1,000 directions. That's the battlefield. You will feel lonely, misunderstood, even mocked for your obsession. That's the price. But if you pay it, if you endure it, what you unlock is not just achievement, it is transformation. Because in the process of pursuing something with relentless focus, you become someone different, someone stronger, someone grounded, someone dangerous, not in aggression, but in certainty. You stop being reactive. You stop being a victim of circumstance. You start creating on purpose. Let others wander. You are building. Let others chase approval. You are earning respect. Let others drown in noise. You are making signal. The world doesn't need more followers. It needs more finishers, more doers, more people who are willing to focus their lives into a single point of power and release it. That is who you're becoming. Not a person who talks about goals, a person who achieves them. Not a person who starts with passion, a person who finishes with purpose. Not a person who waits to be chosen, a person who chooses themselves every single day through the power of relentless focus. And that is just the beginning.